Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Game Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What's the Monday painting video? What's it all about? Well, the Monday painting video is a painting video, but the model or models in question are voted on by you guys, my viewers. So from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A, I show you guys a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so with 2 votes apiece, we had the old fantasy look Celestial Lord on the steed, which I've just done a bit of skin work on it, a bit of purple on the cloth in there, cloth. We have the bloke drones for the Death Guard, and we have Mr. Changling for the Demons. All 3 are fantastic models. So I'm going to roll a dice because it's a tie. So 1 to 2 is the Celestial Chaos Lord on the steed. 3 to 4 is the drone. 5 to 6 is Changeling. So you guys would have already seen that from the thumbnail, but it's I'm going to finish get set up and come back to you with the first colours. So the first colour I'm coming in with is Youth and Grey. This is going to be a nice starting base point for any areas I want to do contrast to. So I'm actually going to start with his skin. I'm actually thinking about his cloak as well, but I'll get onto that in a second. Can't really see his face, which is good. I'm thinking about his cloak. Yeah, I'm going to come and get his cloak as well, but I'm going to get this outside edge of his cloak because he's got a cloak upon a cloak. So I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. So here we're looking so far. Okay, some people go, I don't know. Trust the process. Now I'm going to come with some corn red. And what I'm going to do with this lovely colour is he has flames underneath him. I'm going to come in and get all those flames. It's going to instantly break up the white. I haven't textured the base yet or anything like that because with my Daemons I use Astro Granite texture, technical paint, and then from there I do a little dry brush of Steel Legion Drab and also that orange across it. I do love this corn red colour, it's actually an amazing red. I'm going to carry on getting into those little nooks and crannies. Right, the next colour I'm coming in with is Nagrath Night. And what I'm going to do with that colour is I'm going to get this robe here on the outside. Now there is some dangly things hanging off of his back there. I want to avoid those. Look at the scrolls and stuff like that. I'm doing this stage now because if I do get any onto the Youth and Grey, it's easy to tidy up afterwards rather than start putting contrast paint on and then mishap on it. I'm going to go off camera and just tidy up the rest of it. Right, so the next colour I'm coming in with is some lead belcher. And what I'm going to do with this colour, I'm going to pick out anything that I think is going to be metal, any metallic surfaces. So I'm going to get all of this on his staff. It looks like binding, but I'm just going to paint it into metal. He's got a lot of these little gems on him. I'm going to try and pick them out. On his wrist, which I accidentally painted. It's not going to matter now because I'm going to put some silver on it. So I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. Now I'm going to come in with some white scars. And what I'm going to do with this paint is very simple. I'm going to take it, I'm going to go over some of the areas of the youth and grey to give me highlights before I've even started. I'm doing this on the cloak first of all, but I will be doing it on his skin as well. I think I've just gone over the bit on his wrist again. The little gem on his wrist. Dear me. See, on his arms, I'm not picking out the whole thing. I'm just trying to get the, obviously get the hands, but try and get little muscle joints. Just so they all stand out a lot more. Now I can leave that to dry, give it another coat over here and there, probably throwing the model down. Another coat if I want to here and there. So I'm just going to leave it to dry first and decide whether I'm going to do that or not. And right, two things I forgot. His feathers. So I just put some youth and grey, the skull, and the scrolls on his back. So I just put the quick coat of youth and grey over them. Next colour I'm coming in with is Wobos Green. And that is the air paint, but you can use the normal one as well, doesn't matter. And what I'm going to pick out with this colour is all of the snake bit coming off the top of him. Because this one's the airbrush paint, it is already watered down quite nicely. Watering it down a little bit more doesn't hurt it at all. And what this green's going to do is really just break up this whole area here. So the next colour I'm coming in with is Retributor Armour. Now this is a bit of an annoying part, but I'm still going to do it. There are so many little bits hanging off of him, like this little bit here, to come in and get that. It's also got the two little bits dangling down here that I actually painted by accident. I actually want to get the base trim of this as well. Bits like this on the staff, just to break it up a little bit more. And he's got his little bangles on his wrists, his arms, and of course this devious little thing on the back of him here. So I'm going to get all those bits. I might actually even, this edge in here, do this little piece as well. Right, so here's where we're at so far. I think it looks really cool. What I'm going to do now is a step I'd normally do, or I would probably have done when taking it beyond Battle Ready Standard. For those of you who don't know what that means, is Battle Ready Standard is you can put it on the table and away you go. When you take it beyond Battle Ready Standard, that could be a dry brush, a highlight, a wash, you know, any sort of things like that. But I'm going to take 2 contrast paints. Okay, I'm going to take Talazar Blue and Fallopius Pink, and I'm going to wet blend. Now, people don't usually wet blend contrast paints, but I'm going to, because it's a very, very simple thing that I'm going to do. It's going to look absolutely amazing. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some Talazar Blue. I'm going to paint the arms with Talazar Blue. The hands, all of the arms basically. Already that looks amazing for Zench. And leave that for a moment whilst I do the other arms. As you can see, it's still wet. Now I'm going to come in with some Fallopius Pink. I don't want too much on the brush, but I'm going to slap it on top of the blue. And I'm going to keep mixing the colour until it gives me a nice, amazing purpley colour. Now, if there's bits of blue coming through, that's not a problem. You can already see on that arm the way that's going to look. Keep mixing it around. There's another example there, the middle arm. I had this really light blue that goes into the dark purple. I'm going to leave that to dry, come back and show you what it looks like. I'm still waiting for that to dry, I'm just being impatient. I'm going to come back in with Talazar Blue. And I'm going to paint all of the white cloaks. The white cloak on him. I'm going to come in and slap some Talazar Blue in there. got to be very careful when it comes to the bottom part, because I don't want to get into that gold. If I do, it doesn't matter, I'll just go over it again, but I don't really want to. I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. Right, so we're coming to show you the arms now. You can see how that's looking now. Still not dry enough, but it's getting there. It's looking absolutely savage. So I'm going to leave all this contrast paint to dry, and I'll come back to you again when it's done. Right, so I left that to dry. The robes look amazing. The skin looks absolutely amazing as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come in with some Adari Emerald contrast paint. I'm not going to do too much with this. What I want to do is pick out the gem that's on his wrist, just to break the wrist up a little bit. There's one on his belt, and that just breaks up nicely. There's one on the side of himself here. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some Aphosian Camo Shade. This is just 2 simple steps I'm going to do on this guy. The first one being getting his scrolls at the back here. And the second one is the feathers. Some people are going to go, oh, I don't know about feathers. Just trust me. What I'm doing here is going to really, well, in this stage is just giving it a bit of a shading, but the next stage is going to make it really pop off. That's one thing I've got to do. On his end of his staff there, he's got a little gem. And I guess I'm going to get the Eldari Emerald back onto that again and get that bit of green on it. Right, so the next colour I'm going to come in with is some Troll Slayer Orange. It's a layer paint. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to really pour it down on the wet palette, and I'm going to sort of wash it over the corn red. See how it's really poured down. It's a layer paint, so it'll go on bright and dull itself down. But I want to get try and get as much on as I can, like washed on. So it'll go. It'll dry off quickly, but it'll also go into little recesses. At this stage I don't care about getting on the base because I'm going to be putting some astral granite on there. Now I'm going to come in with some of the white scars that I already put on the wet palette. I'll be touching up the skull. I don't want to hit every single part of it, just a bit of it. And what I want to do as well Let's catch his fingers, the end of his fingers. Just to make him really stand out. Have to wait for those feathers to dry now. Right, so I went over that again with a bit of 12-star orange. It's still a little bit wet, it will dry down. For all intensive purposes, this guy's battle ready. Now I'm going to take it beyond battle ready standard. Now, what that means for everyone that's new, this could be an edge highlight, could be a dry brush, could be a wash, could be technical paint, could be dry paint, you know, numerous different things. Like the wet blend I did on his skin, that could be done afterwards, taking it beyond battle ready standard. The first thing I'm going to do is go back to white scars, get some on my brush it on my tissue, and I'm going to dry brush feathers. Let's give that nice little gives me a nice little look. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with some dry paint. It's going to be the first time I've ever used this dry paint. I swear I haven't used it before. If I have, someone let me know. No, I don't think I have, because it's not opened. This is Imric Blue. For those of you who never used dry paint before, that's what it looks like. Let's try and get some, move you out of the way, get some on the brush so you can see it. So it goes in, comes out like that. It's like it looks like a bit of a paste, but it's not. How many times I dropped this model today? So I'm going to get some on my brush, dry some on brush onto my tissue, and I'm going to come along. I'm going to dry brush this cloak. I don't want to get the whole thing. I just want to get just some of the raised areas. I'm going to dry brush a bit of it over his skin. I just want to get the raised muscle, like his biceps and stuff. His cloak whilst his hood whilst I'm here. Notice a few little bits at the bottom there that I didn't get quite properly. So that's that dry brush with that colour. Now I'm going to come in with some Niblet Green, which is another dry brush, dry paint. I'm not going to use this out of control, but what I'm going to do with it is get a little bit of my brush, give this snake the end of his staff a quick blast of it. Make it stand out a little bit more. One more thing I'm going to do to this guy before he's done So I'm going to come in with some Gen Stealer purple. This is another layer paint. Get some on my brush, onto my tissue. And I'm going to gently dry brush this cloak, purple cloak. Let's give it a different definition of purple. Again, this is a layer paint, so if you do put it on a colour it's a bit too bright, it will dull itself down. This is the joyous part, these bits here. And the shoulder bits. And there we have it. The only one thing I could really do to him now is wait for that Troll Slayer orange to dry fully and come in with some white scars and just touch it up here and there just to make it, give it a, you know, the little glow, like bright effect here and there. But I'm not going to bother with that, I don't think, because once I put the Astro Granite on the base and then Steel Legion dry brush it and Troll Slayer orange dry brush it, it's going to pop it up even more. So guys, what do you think? Check the comments below as always. If you're new to the channel, first time seeing it, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notification on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so that triggers YouTube to share this video with more people. A massive thank you to everyone who voted. Don't worry if you voted for something that didn't win this week, because everything needs to be painted. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for voting. Hit the buttons for me. Comments below as always. Until next time, take it easy.